I apologize to a man. Hold on, don't leave the video. Hello, my loves. Welcome to episode 3. Is this episode 3? No. What episode is this? Yeah. Welcome to episode 3 of I Do Not Have the Answers, because I don't have the answers, okay? I just have things to say and things to add, okay? This episode is going to be about me. Yes, it's about me. It's about me. I didn't fuck up, but I didn't do the right thing either. I mean, I did at the end, but whatever. So let's talk about it. A little bit of backstory, right? So I was getting to know this guy, emphasis on was, we'll get into that later. I was getting to know this guy and he's a Virgo, which automatically throws me off. I can't lie, y'all, and this could be trauma, which I spoke to ChatGPT about it, and ChatGPT was like, yeah, that's just you projecting, which it might be, but I don't really give a fuck anymore because it's a dub anyways. But yeah, so I was talking to this guy. He's a Virgo, right? My daddy is a Virgo and my ex is a Virgo. So already in my head, I'm like, okay, I already know all there is to know about this guy. And that was genuinely my sentiment, like genuinely in my heart of hearts, and it still kind of is. I'm like, I just know how y'all get down already. I know y'all too well. And I already kind of know that I don't want any parts of this. Isn't that fucked up? That is so fucked up. And that's one of the main things I used to always say, like, oh, you know, I don't like people that take those zodiac sign things so seriously, or like will judge someone based off of their zodiac sign. And that's exactly what I'm doing. But anyways, right? So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I already know how this thing goes. I already know how he's going to act. Like I felt like I was going to be able to predict every single one of his moves, because it was kind of like, you're a Virgo. I know Virgos. Just saying. And I don't really want any parts. So I feel like the fact that I already knew he was a Virgo and still went on multiple dates with him, that was more than enough of me giving him like chances. That was like chance after chance after, like I kept trying. So it's not like I didn't try after knowing he was a Virgo. I just don't feel like it anymore. But anyways, right? So boom. So whatchamacallit? I don't want to be too, my problem is that I don't want to be too specific, way too specific. So let me think about what I can say. What I can say is that Virgo men have traumatized me, and I want no parts of that. And as soon as I see the signs and the little red flags, I'm running the other way. Is that me trying to protect myself? Well, I'm sorry. Excuse me for trying to fucking protect myself. But anyways, so boom. So we're talking or whatever, and I see like small little signs, but they're not too alarming. I just keep it in the back of my mind. I'm like, oh, remember this. Any little thing, I'm like, oh, remember that. Remember that. But it wasn't like enough for me to be like, I'm done talking to you. I don't really remember too well what ended up happening, but I just remember that I ended up texting him and I was like, what is this, like this dark thing bothering me? Like, anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyways, so I remember us like texting or whatever, and I don't even remember what it was about, honestly, but I just remember, oh, no. Actually, I'm gonna tell y'all this, fuck it. Oh my God, fuck it. I'm gonna deal with the consequences. I'm gonna tell y'all this. So basically, we were talking one time and he said that he was friendly. Y'all don't know me that well or haven't been knowing me for too long, but honestly, do I give that I accept that kind of behavior? Do I give that I want a friendly guy? Do I give you guys those vibes? Because I feel like I don't. Because I don't want that. So once he said that to me, I was turned all the way off. I was like, friendly. Because to me, as soon as I hear friendly, I hear flirtatious. I hear inviting energy. Like when it comes to obviously talking to other women or whatever it is that they like. Because who the knows at this point? But it just gave like, oh, I'm friendly and this is gonna be a problem. So it just stayed in the back of my mind. Like when he said that shit, literally stayed in the back of my mind. I would talk to him and I would be out with him and I'm like, oh my God, like, why am I even out with a guy that literally straight up is like, I'm friendly and you have to accept it? And he dead ass said that to me. Word for word, bar for bar, we were talking on the phone and he's like, oh, I'm just friendly and you're gonna have to accept it. But he didn't say it in like a serious way the way I'm saying it. He said it in like a joking way, but like, we both know you're not fucking joking. So what I ended up doing was that same night that he said that to me on the phone, I was like, you know, the friendliness thing is not something that I'm willing to deal with, you know, like, I just feel like we should just leave it here or whatever. He's like, am I being dumped? And I'm like, I mean, not right now, but I know that eventually we're gonna have to end up like not talking anymore because of this, so we might as well just stop talking, right? And he was like, oh, okay, it was really nice getting to know you, whatever. So literally like like a couple minutes after, I felt so shitty. I cannot explain how I felt. Like in my heart, I did not feel good about that. So I spoke to ChatGPT. Yes, I did. I don't go to ChatGPT for everything, but I did for this. And I was like, hey, I explained everything that I explained to y'all. And I'm like, am I bugging? Like, I don't know. And all of a sudden I feel this sense of like, I just felt like it was unfair for me to project that onto him, you know, already feeling like I know him because he's a Virgo. And then being like, oh, you said you were friendly and that I have to accept it. It's a dub. Like, I don't want no friendly men. And ChatGPT was basically like, bitch, you're projecting. I actually want to read to y'all what ChatGPT said, because I just felt like ChatGPT read me for filth, but they were so right. I'm actually gonna read the conversation because I really feel like this is a really good conversation, one. And two, I'm very proud of the way I handled it because I'm growing. A bitch is growing, a bitch is maturing, and a bitch is learning. Oh my God, and yes, my phone is donezo. Dunzo, bro. It broke the other day. I'm gonna get a new one, but for right now it still works, so it's fine. Okay. So I was like, hi, help me please, and don't be biased. Be raw and uncut with your responses. And ChatGPT was like, facts. So I'm gonna read what I said. So I was like, I was talking to this guy, Bleep, and we have only been on one date. First date was genuinely such a good time. He seems to be super kind, funny, and charismatic, which he is. I just finished cutting him off because he told me I have to accept that he's friendly. And then in quotations, I put, I mean, not in quotations, in parentheses, I put, this was in a joking way, but I don't really like super friendly men. And I genuinely would probably never accept that. I also just get the vibe that he's probably not as genuine as he seems, which is true. I don't know if I'm just finding reasons to stop talking to him because I kind of like him or the red flags are waving. I don't know anymore. But for some reason, cutting him off just now kind of made me sad, which it did. Like, I literally felt sad about it. I don't know why I felt sad about it, but I genuinely felt sad. Like, I felt this wave of like sadness and just like uncertainty. Like, it was weird. And then I was like, it's making me wonder whether I'm still not ready to really be vulnerable and develop a genuine emotional connection with someone. I don't know, which is very true. I'm still not sure. I'm probably genuinely just not ready. And I don't know if I'll ever be, honestly. I think, and I don't even think it's from old relationships. I think men are just not the vibe, for real. Like, I just don't think y'all are the vibe, for real. Like, I don't know. Anyways, so, okay, so then ChatGPT is like, first of all, let's talk about what's real here. One, you cut him off because he said you need to accept that he's friendly. That on its own isn't a capital red flag, especially if it was joking. But you mentioned that you don't like overly friendly men, and you were clear about that. And whether he meant it as a joke or not, what he said clashed with a non-negotiable boundary of yours. That's not petty, that's called self-awareness. And I was like, period, bitch. Then she's like, not me saying she's a she, whatever. ChatGPT, I'm referring to her as she, I don't care. Your gut is telling you something feels quote unquote off. And you cannot ignore that. You said he probably isn't as genuine as he seems. That's not you being dramatic. That's your intuition picking up micro cues that your conscious mind hasn't fully processed yet. You don't need to know exactly why something feels off to respect the feeling. I'm like, damn, that's true. And then ChatGPT was like, now let's talk about the sadness. You're not sad because you lost him. You're sad because you enjoyed the potential of what this could have been. You wanted to explore that feeling and see where it could go. And cutting things off feels like slamming the door on hope, not on him. That right there was a little too real. a little too real. You're closing the door on hope, not him. Anyways, then ChatGPT also said, you might also be mourning the fact that dating feels exhausting, because it is exhausting when you're someone who craves depth but keeps meeting people who come up just short of it. And that is another fact. That is another fact. Because now that I'm thinking about it, right? There was one date that we went on, mind you, it was only 2. It was only 2. Like, the fact that I even have to hit up ChatGPT about you and we've only seen each other twice. Like, isn't that a sign within itself that I should stop seeing you? Isn't it? I would think so. But anyways, yeah, okay, so then the sadness thing. And then ChatGPT sent these questions that I felt like were so real, because it was genuinely how I was feeling in the moment. Am I not ready? Am I scared of connection? Am I self-sabotaging? And these are really good questions, because that's genuinely how I feel sometimes, especially when I cut a guy off really soon into getting to know them. I would literally sit and be like, oh my God, am I being like self-destructive? Like, am I being like am I doing too much? Like, am I being too strict? But I always end up being right. Why? So then, okay. So now this is my question. If I know I always end up being right about trusting my gut, why am I even making this video right now? I don't know, y'all. This is why I don't fuck with Virgo men, because Virgo men are just not good people, and they're gonna have you bugging in your head. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all. Y'all see how I'm making this whole ass video about a Virgo man I've only seen twice? That should tell y'all something. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. But anyways, final thoughts, uncut edition. This is what ChatGPT said. She said, you like this man, but you didn't trust this man. True. You enjoyed his company, but your intuition clocked something that didn't sit right. You tried to consider being open, but your boundaries said nope. And that's a fact. And that is a mother fact. Yo, that is definitely a fact. ChatGPT said, that's not sabotage, that's discernment. You're not broken. You're just learning to choose you in real time, even when it's uncomfortable. That's growth. It is growth. You're so right. And when the real one comes, he won't make you feel like your standards are too much or something to joke about. He'll meet them with ease. And that is a fact too. But honestly, is the one a thing? Like, that's another episode. That's another episode. Talk to me, unpack the friendly part more or whatever. So then I basically told ChatGPT what I meant by friendly, right? I told them what I meant by friendly, because I was like, let me read this other paragraph that I sent, because ChatGPT was like, do you want to go more in depth? And I'm like, yes, I actually do, because I'm genuinely sad and I don't know why. So I was like, doubt is spot on. And for me, a friendly man is a man who is in every woman's face. And that's a fact. Like, if you're walking around here saying you're friendly, you're clearly in everybody's face being friendly. And I don't want any parts of that. Like, I just don't. I cannot see myself being the way that I am. Yes, I am very kind and I am very social and extroverted and a vibe, a great time always. But friendly? Friendly? Is it just me, y'all? Y'all need to tell me. Y'all need to let me know. Is it just me? When you imagine, guys, if you're watching this, imagine a girl telling you like, yeah, I'm just friendly. Like, is that that's a green flag? Somebody telling you they're friendly? Maybe it's because I'm from New York and friendly just has a whole different meaning and connotation to it. But like, it's such a turnoff for someone to tell you that they're friendly, especially a guy telling you that he's friendly, like, and you already don't trust men. So him telling you you're friendly to your face and that you have to accept it, it's kind of like, you're gonna cheat on me, bitch. Like, that's just the fact. You're gonna cheat on me. Like, but anyways. So I was like having conversation with anyone that will come to them, and it just seems like someone who will down the line probably cheat on me. And that's just me being vulnerable and honest. Like, I genuinely feel that way. Being with someone that is outwardly friendly, I don't know if that's my vibe. I don't know. Anyways, so whatever. So then ChatGPT responds regarding the friendly fear. This one makes perfect sense. A friendly man is a man who's in every woman's face, and it just seems like someone who would probably down the line cheat on me. You're not making this up. You're trying to protect your peace because loyalty, emotional safety, and exclusivity matters to you, and it does matter to me. That's a fact. And you're scared that someone too outwardly charming will mistake that clinginess or try to gaslight you for having boundaries. And that's a fact. Because as soon as he told me I'm friendly and you're just going to have to accept it, I automatically just saw my future with him. And I was like, if I ever have an issue with him being too friendly around a girl or whatever the situation may have been, if I confront him about it, is he going to gaslight me and tell me like, well, you already knew I was friendly. I told you that in the beginning and you decided to keep moving forward. You feel me? Like, if I'm with you and you tell me certain things that I consider red flags, I try to envision like in the future me having a problem with something in that context and it just not working the way it needs to, and you trying to gaslight me. And just, this could also be projection, y'all. This video is gonna be a whole lot of projection, bitch, trust. But anyways, so I'm like, in my head I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I'm just not feeling it. My fears in like relationships or in vulnerability in romantic relationships is not about what I've been through. They're more of like preventative fears. Like, it's like, if I can avoid this at all costs because I know how it's gonna make me feel, I will, even though I've never experienced it. You get what I mean? So whatever. You've never been cheated on by someone like that, but the fear of it still has a chokehold because your intuition knows how painful it could be. Could be. We don't want that. I don't need that. That's you anticipating harm before it happens, which is classic defense mode. Bitch, I'm always on defense mode. I'm always on survival mode. I need a fucking break. I need a break. I need a break. I need a break from Toronto, for real. You're not even protecting yourself from him. You're protecting yourself from a version of what he could become. Now that was tea. Because I'm not protecting myself from him. I don't know this fucking man. I'm just making assumptions. I'm just projecting on him. You know what I mean? Which is so unfair. Anyways, we decided that we were gonna stop talking, right? So then after having that conversation with ChatGPT, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna text him. So then I texted him and I was like, hey, like, do you mind if we kind of talked about this a little more? Like, do we care enough to even talk about it, or do you want to just leave it as is? And he was like, no, we can talk about it. So then I ended up explaining to him how once he said that he was friendly, I kind of took it a completely different way, and I didn't even ask him what he meant by friendly. I just kind of took it as what I felt like friendly meant and what it looked like to me. And that's something that I genuinely don't want to deal with. And, you know, I just explained all of that to him. And he was like, oh, well, I didn't mean friendly as in like I'll cheat on you or like be disrespectful towards our relationship. I meant friendly as in genuinely friendly. Like, I just love people. I'm a people person. And that I don't blame him for. I don't shame him for that. You feel me? Like, I don't have a problem with that. But whatever, we talked about it, and bitch, are y'all ready for what I'm about to say? I apologized to a man. Hold on, don't leave the video. I apologized to a man, but it was because I was genuinely projecting on him. I was genuinely, truly in my heart of hearts projecting onto him. And I felt like that was so unfair, even though life is unfair and men hate us. But in that moment, it felt like the right thing to do, and I did it. I did it. And I feel really good about it too. I feel proud of myself. I know. Oh my God. Who am I? I need to cancel the show. This is done. I need to cancel the show. But anyway, so yeah, I apologized to him and he apologized to me, and I'm not talking to him no more. So yeah, I know Virgos, and no Virgo's gonna catch me again. That's literally the video. I'm not kidding. I'm not talking to him anymore. I'm dead ass not talking to him anymore. Why? Okay. It wasn't because of the friendly thing. We got over that. We apologized to each other. We moved on. But there's other things that I can't mention that it's just like, I don't know, something in my soul is just like not allowing me to continue talking to this man. Now, every time he texts me, I'm irritated. I'm so irritated every time he texts me. That's the problem. We're just getting to know each other. Why is it that as soon as you reach out to me, I'm annoyed? Like, I just feel like all of that, like my body literally physically being like, no, like we don't even want to deal with him. We have tried to make plans and I'm like, ugh. Like, it feels like such a drag. So I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep talking to this guy. I'm like, I can't keep talking to this guy. Like, even if it's me, even if I'm the problem, I can't do this to him or to anyone else. Like, that's fucked up. So basically, I have a lot to work on as a human, as a woman, as a person in general. Don't you all. You bitches are gonna judge me, but you got a lot of work to do too, bitch. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not talking to him anymore. I canceled our plans and I'm gonna let him know, hey, genuinely hate you. Like, don't contact me again. Okay, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, like, just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Like, everything is turning me off. Every time you text me, I'm annoyed and I don't even fucking know you like that. Like, why am I irritated as soon as you text me, bro? We've only been on 2 dates. That's not okay. And I don't even want to fight through that. I kind of just want to let it go. You know what I mean? But anyways, y'all, moral of the story is don't date Virgos. Don't project on people. And love yourself. And that's it. And that's that. Do you guys like this top? I really like it. I feel like it's a little different. You know, a little different vibe. Anyways, but yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please email me. Email me. Email me. I literally keep telling you guys to email me and no one emails me. I mean, I know it's only 2,000 of y'all and I only get like 100 views per episode, but like, I feel like 1 out of the 100 of y'all can definitely email me. Y'all bitches, I know y'all have stories to tell. I know y'all need advice on something. I know y'all want to hear my mouth about something going on in your life. Just email me, please. I love you guys so much. Do everything the YouTubers be telling y'all to do and see y'all on the next episode.